Yes, so this topic's gonna be a quick nutshell talk about 84. I can't go deep into it. I just want to give a quick, because I've studied this topic well now, It's not like the Mughal was Khalsa period, where the Mughals were trying to convert all the Khalsa and the Khalsa had to fight back. It's not like the British when they invaded and, they were just, killing us and we had to fight back and resist the invasion and stuff like that. So it's a bit more complex, man. It's not as simple as the government was sings and stuff. Like a lot went down, like my mummy and that they were known Bande, right? I don't want to say their names and stuff, but they were known and they knew everything. Before they died, we used to go see them. I used to talk about 84. They said, "What do you Bloody Bundas know? You lot want hair. You lot don't know in it. You lot was fed like some fantasy version of it." And you know what I mean? So I will say stuff he told me, and I know loads of people connected to loads of stuff. You know what I mean? And it's not as simple. It's very, very complex. So it started with a bit of politics. Yeah, it was just messed up politics. We needed proper politicians to play the crafty politician game. Simple bande that are farmers or Santia teachers or whatever, they can't uh, obviously Janaya Singh Jipindrawala took front line on the politics, and anyone that disagreed with him, I don't know whether you know they ended up going missing. So some of his men, or probably he probably didn't even know, but they took some of them other people out. Yeah, or someone saw the friction and the other person's Dushmans took them out to camouflage it. Something's happened where they used to get taken out when there was opposing views. So I believe that Sant Singh Panjwala was a great, preacher, and he got a lot of people into Amrit and stuff, and got them out of alcohol, drugs, and womanizing, and just dishonorable sexual behavior and stuff. And I believe if he kept going on that, he would have been very, very successful, and he would have had loads of people into the Amrit fold of life and into the Gursikhi fold of life, or improved Jeevanis. I just think politics wasn't his strong point. You know, he wasn't crafty enough, and to do politics, you have to, in this day and age, you have to be a proper politician. Um, with the war stuff, he was a farmer. He wasn't a trained soldier or nothing like that. So um, this is where I think Santa Singh comes in. A lot of people regard him as a traitor. Once upon a time, so did I. But when I researched his stuff and all that properly, and just looked at it, I think he was a great strategist, and he knew that the castle was quite weak and they couldn't take this battle on. And he had ways that you don't need to take a if you don't need to take a battle on, you don't take a battle on, because what comes with battles is rapes, murders, poverties, hospitals, trauma, death, loss, all that stuff. So it's all negative. So if you can avoid that, and by playing a bit of game, like which I think he did, I don't think he was an agent or traitor of the Bund. Do you know what I mean? Like people make out. I just think he was thinking for the good of the Bund. Do you know what I mean? People say, "Oh, he took money off India to build a guard duck, this, that, all that." Do you get me? Someone smashes your car, and you're gonna take compensation in it of that person in it, no matter who that person is. And it's just trying to build relations and stuff like that. So where the beef really picked up between the Singhs and the government was like when the Niragari stuff happened, when Bhai Fauja Singh and them lot were made Shaheed, which I get the Singhs wanted to retaliate, but I don't think that we should have said it on open speakers that we're gonna do this, we're gonna kill this, we're gonna kill Jagat Nalare and do all that stuff. You just do that shit ninja, you do it D-low, especially when you're the underdogs, right? And you're just normal civilians against government, a powerful government. You should do all the hits and stuff underground, that people that did kill the Singhs or they were going to step on Guru Granth Sahib, that was the rumours or allegations made. I don't know the ins and outs of that, but there was a big clash, and the Nirangardis weren't, I don't think they were government funded, but they were close with the government, had government ties. And there's all the cults and everything are close with governments. They've got people in high position in governments and stuff. They know how to play the game, innit? Do you know what I mean? So we should just, if the Ninagari man needed to die and the people that done damage or whatever need to die, we only, the Singhs know what happened. They were there, and obviously we know the Singhs got shot, and apparently the police just watched or something. I'm not too sure on the fine details, but Singhs were made Shaheed, and we should just got payback on the sly. So then it kind of escalated into violence and stuff, and it just blew out of proportion, blew out of control. Then just cut a long story short, then we had like, you know what I mean, the police were doing atrocities, they were doing fake encounters, they were picking up Singh's families. I heard, you know, some Singhania were pissed on, some were raped, some were tortured. The innocent Singhs were picked up for bounties awards. Innocent Singhs were killed uh, and made to look like a terrorist so the police could get bounties. Um, some of the Singhs, there's fake cartels, real cartels. Some of the fake cartels did kill judges' families, and that's why these lot of these fake encounters were done because of the judges were scared, and the jury and all that was scared, and obviously some of the police were just greedy for money as well. You know, and it was Singhania, like Harpreet Kaur, she was 15, she was killed, like, you know, I mean, just because she had some Karkul's picture in her wallet. Loads happened, man, and the fake Karkuls, like with the gangsters, a lot of them were doing hits for hire. A lot of them were actually going into their own bins, raping the women as well, looting the Sangat as well. A lot of this was done by black cats and released prisoners, and the police were disguised as well. But there were fake Karkul groups, you know, my mum and that, they know, in it, everybody knows. There were the killings of Hindus, innocent killings of Hindus in buses. You know, that was done by sometimes it was done by the government agencies, but sometimes it was done by uh, uh, fake carcos as well. And that's known. Some of the bombings, same thing, fake carcos. So the real carcos, the solid ones that were going by Guru Gobind Singh Ji's principles, they were actually killing the fake carcos, and they were fighting the government, and they were, you know what I mean? There's a film called Hawaii. It shows how it really was, man. It wasn't like, it was a lot of tragedy, a lot. Then obviously we had the racist Hindus that done the Delhi massacre. You know, what I mean, we can't really call it riots because it was just a massacre. It was planned with the government, everything. Everybody knows, in it. There were rapes, and hundreds of Sikhs got kids, stuff got put on tires, got burnt, got murdered. You know what I mean? I just think it could have been all avoided if we just played the politics right at the start. You know what I mean? At the start, it wasn't a big issue. It just got crazy how big it really went. Some people probably say it's Hukam, it's destiny, were the wrong choices made. I don't know. Only God knows. But it was negative, you know. So many of our women have been raped in that. So this is why when people say Khalistan now, a lot of Indian people, they don't want to know. The Sikhs don't know because the women were raped, and uh, there's only a few handful. But a lot of it is Sukha Pump, it's Bakand as well, because especially the mans in UKs, they ain't never going to do nothing. Do you know what I mean? They're all living nice lives. A lot of Sikhs are rich in the UK, got nice cars, big houses, driveways. You think they're gonna give that up? Do you know what I mean? Just to go and fight for Khalistan, they ain't gonna do that. Do you know what I mean? It's easy doing shouting it and stuff at Hyde Park and stuff like that. And right now, with the Jeevanis that everyone's got, if we got Khalistan, everyone be just screwing at each other, killing each other, saying whose rate's better. The central government will be like saying, AKJ will be saying it has to be like the AKJ control, and Hungs will be saying this, that. So, Maharaj ain't gonna bless no Khalsa Raj at the moment, man. Jeevanis are not there, Bhakti is not there, the humility is not there, the pyar is not there. Do you know what I mean? I'm not really anti-Khalistan. It would be nice to have a Sikh land and stuff like that, you know, where you can govern, but is it feasible? You know what I mean? Or like a lot of things says that Singhs need Khalsa Raj, but we're so weak at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Really, we need to heal our people. We need to be there for our people, and you know what Jet Singh Trust are doing, loads of other charities are doing, MLS is doing, loads of, I can't think top of my head, man. Your Seva, stuff like that. You know, they're helping heal our people, man. You know what I mean? Just like getting them out of poverty, sorting their health out. There needs to be more Sikhi Pachar. That's why the Christians are having a field day. They're not forcefully converting the Sikhs. Like, they're not. They're just like being there for them, being there for the poor Sikhs. Yeah, and they are going to convert them. They're going to help them in the pursuit of converting them, but that's not a crime because the person's always got a choice. But when they're saying that if you convert, we can give your children, you know, free schooling and that, then why don't Sikhs do that? Say, look, we'll give you free schooling, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਪਾਠ ਪੂਠ ਕਰਿਆ ਕਰੋ. Do you know what I mean? Do seva in the Gurdwara and stuff and promote Sikhi like that. We should be helping our own people as well, innit? We don't, innit? SGPC's got so much money. What did it do with it? Once upon a time, I don't know about now, but SGPC used to make more money than the central government because of all the foreigners used to send a lot of money. Matate, Kedah, Dakar, innit? That's what I heard. So yeah, so 84 was a lot of bloodshed. There was a lot of Sikhs on Sikh killing, Kharkos killing Kharkos, fake Kharkos was real Kharkos. The common Punjabi Pendu was just getting shafted by the police, fake warrants, houses searched, planted evidence, just to build cases to lock people away so the officers get promoted. They're getting shafted by the fake Kharkos who just turn up, slap them up, rob them as well, rape their daughters as well. Do you know what I mean? Dark, very, very dark times, very complex. It's not just everything was a righteous person and they took on this evil tyrannical government and all that stuff like that. It was half the Punjab police is Sikhs, or more than half was Sikhs. It was Sikhs on Sikhs, really. Do you know what I mean? So it's a lot of the police, like KPS, go for all the things of terrorists. He taught them a lesson, and all the things for all the police are enemies. But it weren't like that. There was it was a mix and match. It was good things, bad things, good police, bad police. It's crazy, man. It was a shit show, man. It was really, really, really bad. But you had some solid things who were living by Khalsa traditions, Khalsa principles, Khalsa Bani, Jeevani, and they shined. And we know who they are. You could tell from their faces, their pictures, they were glowing. Do you get me? They had a radiance about them, huh? So, because obviously the government did start taking the piss, and the police did start taking the piss. I think these Kharkos are also killing other fake Kharkos as well. They were just doing a cleanup job. But it's sad times, and I don't know what the future holds for Sikhs or whatever, but the Panth ain't going nowhere. People worry too much. It's Guru Gobind Singh Ji's Panth, Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Panth. Just get on with your Sikhi, man. Just get on with your Jivan. Naam is the biggest seva, Take care, people. Respect.